What's up guys? It's Saturday, we are vlogging today. I've been at the gym for a couple hours now, so you're gonna see a little bit of footage, not much from my leg workout. I did legs today, and you guys are gonna see my new beautiful bikini from Angel Competition Bikinis. I requested this bikini, it's something different I've never worn before, and I'm super excited about it. I'd love to hear what you guys think, and we are 5 weeks out today. In 5 weeks, it's a long time, but it's also gonna go by really quick, so I'm super excited. Exactly 5 weeks out today. I'm here at Well-Rounded Health and Fitness, about to do a body comp on the InBody 520 apparently. And just gonna see where I'm at 5 weeks out from my pro debut. Because you just saw that you saw my meal from going out to dinner tonight, and it made me want to talk about that a little bit because I was actually a little bit back and forth as to whether or not I was gonna go out to eat. Jason's parents came up from the weekend. They're from out of town, they don't live around here, so they wanted to take us out to dinner, and I wasn't sure if I was going to, being on prep, which is different for me than how I've handled past preps. For those of you that have followed me for a while, I have done preps before where I've been on vacation 2 weeks before stage day, eating out every single day, tracking my macros as best as possible. And I think that approach can work as long as you are educated enough with knowing your portion sizes when you go out to eat, if you're able to really kind of be able to figure out if there's anything added to it. Obviously you can specify your order, but there can always be those hidden unknowns when you eat out. You know, the sodium and the fat in particular, I think, are what come up. So going into this prep, I didn't really purposely choose to not go out to eat at all. But for me, I was just so much more focused on my health and choosing foods that really make me feel good versus what I needed to do for prep. That's kind of more been my approach, just trying to keep a more balanced mindset so that post-show is a little bit more easy for me. I don't want to be so laser focused that every decision is prep based, that post-show I'm just I don't know how to live life and make normal decisions anymore. So I wanted to just make healthy decisions. I wasn't really deciding to eat out or not eat out, but I kind of realized I hadn't ate out I've been prepping now for almost 8 weeks. And then I thought more about it, and I really felt like I wanted to go out to eat because number one, I know how to make a healthy decision when I go out to eat. Number two, I know how to make it fit my macros. Number three, I know how to account for all those hidden things, and obviously there's unknowns and variables, but I'm 5 weeks out. So the variables there are gonna be like, am I gonna be a little bit more bloated tomorrow from possible sodium? Probably, but that's not gonna be there come stage day. Is it really gonna hurt my look for stage day? Probably not. And is it mentally gonna be good for me to go out to eat right now? Yes, I think it probably is. And I made that decision too because more of that mental aspect and thinking about post-show. Did I feel like I needed to go out to eat? No, I honestly haven't missed going out to eat at all, spending the money, oftentimes being disappointed with what I order. Sometimes I love ordering salads when I go out to eat, and half the time they barely put anything in there, and then I'm disappointed and could have made it better at home myself. So while going out to eat is very convenient, it's not something I've really missed, but I thought more about it and I felt mentally, if I totally eliminate any, real life situations where someone wants me to go out to eat to them, it's just gonna, although I may not feel restricted at the time, I think post-show I'd feel like feelings of guilt maybe when I start going out to eat again. I don't know. I'm trying to really, do things not just for the prep focus, but for life after prep. If that makes any sense to you guys, for those of you that followed my journey this past year, it was hard for me to kind of get back into reality of making food choices. So I made the choice to go out to eat tonight. It really wasn't a big deal. Food was decent, and I had a big ass steak that's like digesting inside me right now. But it was good. So, for those of you that ask how to track when you go out to eat, you absolutely can. I just kind of accounted for it ahead of time and lowered my fat throughout the day to make sure I had enough fat to play around with for the meal out tonight. And it was kind of just like a little mini refeed for me in a way. It wasn't really high carb at all. I ordered steak, potato, and had salad. So it wasn't anything crazy, but I would just suggest for anyone that is ordering out while in prep, like I said, it can be done. Do you want to do it close to show day? I have done it before, but again, you're working with those variables and unknowns, and truly, the best way to be able to manipulate your plan, and for me with having a coach, for Danica to know when to up my macros or decrease them or up cardio, the consistency helps her as a coach. So for me, I let her know to a T what I ate tonight, how it made me feel, and all that kind of good jazz, because there's variables there in what I did tonight. So it can, if anything, impact moving forward, with your decision. So if you're someone that eats out and your coach sees that all of a sudden your weight's up 2 pounds or something, and they do a macro cut based on that, you may want to let them know. That's a good time to let them know, hey, I went out to eat and maybe the grilled chicken I ordered had a marinade on it. I'm not sure. So anyways, that was just my little ramble I wanted to do about eating out on prep. I probably won't the rest of prep. Unless I really feel like I need to or want to, but I've honestly been fine without it. I think because I took such a long time off, it really helped me. I don't feel restricted or feel this need to be going out to eat. It honestly hasn't really been something I miss. It's actually less stressful going to work every day and having my meals packed and not having to go to work and be like, oh, where am I going to eat today? And am I going to have time to drive there and pick up food? And what am I going to buy? So it's just my approach that's been working for me. I'd love to know what works for you guys. If you, for those of you that are on prep or on your weight loss journeys, how frequently you incorporate going out to eat. I do like the date night thing. Jason and I love to do date nights. But with having Bruce now, our date nights are kind of we want to be at home with little Bruce. So it's all good. It's all worked out. Yeah, that's it. That's going to wrap up today's vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one.